Richa Mukherjee for TV Asia here at the Shangri-La Art Gallery, where there's an art exhibition of Jimmy Engineer. The exhibition is themed Ideology of Peace. With me, Atul Veer, who's hosting this event, Ideology of Peace. Explain our viewers a little about the theme.
Well, you know, we came up with the idea of this ideology of peace, particularly with Jimmy Engineer. He's such an icon in Pakistan. And in Pakistan, he's not only known as an artist, an award-winning artist, and but also for his movement and his philosophy of peace, following the downtrodden and the oppressed and the poor people. But he's also had peace marches for having peace with India. A few years ago, he had a peace march from Karachi to the border in Wagah, walking with the Indian flag and the Pakistan flag, and that was an amazing thing to do. So it's beyond art, represents the person, and we wanted to reflect that in this show.
With me, the artist himself, Jimmy Engineer. Welcome to TV Asia.
Thank you.
Explain a little about your artwork out here. It's just beautiful, and we see a lot of monuments. What does it depict, and about your journey so far?
Majority of the work is on architectural composition. They show harmony and peace among different architectural buildings, and some of the paintings have different countries portrayed, like India, Central Asia, China, Pakistan. They're all together. So I wanted to portray harmony and peace on canvas. And we all wish that in reality also we'll be very peaceful and harmonious. So that is why I have selected this subject. As a Pakistani artist, if I have depicted Indian architecture, that itself shows our mindset, that we are generous in our minds and heart, and we are looking forward for greater friendship. And because India is our neighbor, and we as Pakistanis always want that we should live in peace and harmony. And if you look at my canvases, they'll show peace and harmony in the architectural painting. And as an artist, I've always traveled all over the world, portraying the aspiration, feelings, sacrifices of my own people. And that is how I portray my art and myself wherever I travel, because I want to unite people. I want people to live in harmony, because it's very important that peace prevails, and there's so much turmoil in this world, and we should all think and move towards peace. And actually, this is raising our hand towards friendship by creating harmony on canvas. So that is why this is my actual message.
I have watched read your books, watched your film Earth, and today I'm watching Jimmy Engineer's artwork. I see similarity with where you try to show peace.
You know, it is quite amazing. We used to live in the same building. There were 3 apartments. I was downstairs, and Jimmy and his father were upstairs. And I started writing, and Jimmy is of course a lot younger, and he started painting in our garage. In fact, that long painting which is in front with a lot of characters, it has, besides his brother who is without his shirt, it has my Aya's son, you know, our whole family sort of thing is there. And he suddenly burst out with this gorgeous talent. It was a creative phase in the sense that Jimmy was painting, I was writing, and neither of us was aware of what was happening, except that we were all engrossed in our creativity. The whole motivation of art, certainly of my writing, what I've done in Cracking India, most of my work, is born out of compassion and a sense of justice, you know, that things have not been properly told. There's too much unfairness going on. One wants to present every side of a picture, you know. And Jimmy is also, I mean, I at least experienced a little bit of partition. I was a very small child, but at least I had some idea. I remember the fires, the chanting of the mobs. Jimmy had no concept of that, and yet he picked up on it, and he started these huge paintings of refugees and caravans, and he really brought those scenes alive. I have a feeling that sometimes creativity is born out of some sort of inherited memory. Because while I'm writing, I find, when I wrote some of my books, which I was 26, between 26 and 32, I'd written The Crow Eaters, which is a very mature book, and I was a very stupid person. But something from The Pakistani Bride and that were written during that time. But something kicks in which is bigger than you as a person, more developed than you. And I don't know, it is fanciful to say it's inherited memory or something, but something else does happen. Whatever we call the muse is better informed than the artist is.
How do you see his artwork?
Jimmy is a humanist, so his artwork shows and reflects different aspects of the struggle of a human being. Whether it was the birth of Pakistan and the struggle of the people at that time, or the struggle of the great mystics and the Sufis who inhabited that part of the world. And now his worldview, which you can see in some of the paintings where you have symbols of different belief systems and symbols of different parts of the world juxtapositioned one on top of the other.
You've seen his paintings before, I'm sure, and what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, Jimmy is a great Pakistani artist, and he has depicted in his paintings a number of social and political issues, and it's very interesting that he, though he is an artist, but at the same time he's sort of a social crusader as well. He has participated in a number of social causes as well, and that he has reflected in his paintings. His most impressive part of his painting is the part which depicts the migration of immigrants from India to Pakistan at the time of the independence. These are very touching paintings, and they really give you give you a good impression of how that struggle was, independence struggle was fought, and how this great migration took place. So all in all, it's an excellent opportunity to understand the independence struggle and the social issues which which afflict our region.